Universal is going crazy. I wanted to talk about this because it's been on my mind a lot recently. The new Epic Universe is coming out next year, but we'll talk about it in a second. But let's just talk about this year for a second of how many movies have come out. We're going to talk about, like, Disney is going further and further and further in the tank. It's honestly kind of funny just knowing that their plan of doing remakes of their old materials is just not working for them. Like, for example, like the Universal movies this year have been going insane. There's Twisters, which is the sequel to the original Twister from a long time ago. The Wild Robot, that went crazy. The Fall Guy, that did pretty well, I think. They got Despicable Me 4 coming out. They got Kung Fu Panda 4 coming out. They're going insane this year. And then Disney had Inside Out 2, which I heard was really good, but I don't know if that many people watched it. Deadpool Wolverine, that movie they had in their pocket. I will give that to Disney, but then Moana 2, I don't know if that's going to be that fantastic. Mufasa, I don't know if anyone's going to see that. And then all that stuff is for next year. But Universal is just kicking Disney's butt. I really wanted to talk about this. Freaking Epic Universe. I am so excited for this. I know that when they were building Epic Universe, everybody kept calling it the Disney Killer and things like that. Epic Universe. That's gonna be so much fun because I've heard that they're really trying to put the park back in theme park, with Celestial Park being like the main part where you then go into portals into the other worlds, which is crazy to think about. But I wanted to talk about how when this comes out, people are gonna trash on Disney, I think, because I'm personally a Universal enjoyer myself. Disney parks are okay, but I personally love like the Harry Potter world, the Islands of Adventure, and all that stuff. I think that stuff's fantastic. I think they really nailed down what a theme park should be. And now that they're adding a new set of situations so that way you can spend an entire week at Universal rather than spending 2 or 3 days and then hitting everything and then going over to Disney World, I think now that they're really expanding, I feel like people won't have a real reason other than nostalgia to go back to Disney World. And I wanted to see what Disney thought about what's going on here, because there's an executive at Disney that says, which I think is probably gonna be true, that their earnings they think are gonna go up by 6 and 8% next year when Epic Universe comes out, because everyone's gonna go over to Epic Universe and then, you know, Disney's right next door. And I think that's true to an extent. But what I always thought Universal did better than Disney was not only the pricing, which is insanely cheaper than Disney, but the value you get. And you really feel like you're in the world of whatever park you're in, whether or not it's Jurassic Park or Harry Potter or anything like that, or the Marvel world. I mean, all that is fantastic. But with Disney, it just really feels like you're walking into, you know, a sort of street with a ride over here that's Dumbo and a ride over there that's Peter Pan. You know, you're just sort of going through attractions, sort of like a state fair or something like that. But they've sort of tried to fix that recently with the Star Wars park, which is really themed and with music, and you really feel like you're in Star Wars. They're really taking notes from Universal, and it's hilarious because right after Universal announced the date for when Universal was going to start opening, Disney executives released a statement saying that they're going to release a Villains, Cars, and the largest expansion at Magic Kingdom ever. I feel like they're really going to go head to head, but I think that Universal's really going to beat Disney in the end when it comes to monetary value, because I think Universal knows and constantly jokes about it on Twitter about how their value for price is insanely better than Disney's. But that's just my opinion. And also, movies-wise, I think Universal is just doing insanely better than Disney. Of course, Disney's been on a track downhill for that for a long time now. But anyway, this stuff has just been on my mind recently a whole lot, and I really wanted to make a video about it so that way I can get your opinion, because that's the whole reason I do these types of videos, is because I want to see what you guys think about who's head-to-head in the Disney versus Universal thing. I mean, they're both corporations, so they're both still, you know, making things solely based on money, but I think somebody's just making better product right now, and I'm really voting for them, because I hope that Disney finds the wrongs in their ways and tries to fix themselves for it. But anyway, I think that might just be a pipe dream. But let me know what your thoughts down in the comments, what you think is going on, and subscribe, like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.